Do you guys miss Algorand staking? On today's Frugal BC, we're going to cover some ways that you can make up for it, some replacements to earn money on your Algorand. All that on today's Frugal BC. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show today. Some of you guys might be missing Algorand staking. Frankly, I am too, because I liked being able to keep some of that Algorand in your wallet and just earn a percentage while it was sitting there. Now, there are some replacements for that. The most obvious is Algorand governance, but we're going to cover some other ones that I've been working on too. Basically, this is my deFi stack, and I'm going to show it to you today as a way to replace Algorand staking. Before we do that, hey, I'd love you to hit that subscribe button and like the video so we can share it to more people. My whole goal is I do the experiments. It's not hype. Just do the thing, tell you how it went, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm going to give you that today on my deFi stack too. So let's dig into it. Actually, before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about Algorand staking. Now, Algorand staking ended in April 2022. It's completely gone. The whole idea is that the Algorand governance is supposed to replace that. We're going to dig into those numbers too. And we're going to, in fact, we're going to do that right now. So this is Algorand governance period 4 stats. You can see that currently the governance APR is at 6.9%. So that's about 7% per year. Now it's important to keep in mind that this is as if it were for the whole year. So your actual period percentage right now is 1.73%. Now this is a little bit less than period 3 ended on. This is a good example of where it ends up. It was almost 8% or about 2% for the period. And that will probably, these numbers will probably be similar as people drop out. Now here's what's really interesting. I want to go back to governance period 1. We had 50,000 people participate and 70,000, well, actually a little, it's probably 71,000 started. And period 2 is probably the biggest. We had 37,000 people finish, but this is almost 68,000 who started. Period 3 started out with 58,000, so that was a lot less, and it ended up at 35. And this one, we started with less than what we ended up last time. Guys, people are not participating in governance at the same rate. Committed algos, I think, has been going up. Let me see. Yeah, more committed algos, which means more whales are participating. Fewer regular folk is what it looks like, just based on those numbers. Why? Because, you know, if I were to compare the two, I like staking better, even though it was, the percentages were lower, but you didn't have, it was whatever you had in your wallet was earning at that particular moment. So if I had 10,000 algo in my wallet, it would earn 5% of that per day. If I dropped it down to 7,000 because I did something else, well, then that 7,000 was earning. With governance, you have to commit a certain amount of algo and it just has to sit there. Now there's some ways to borrow using like AlgoFi and stuff, but I'd rather just do some other stuff. So let's look at my stack. I'm just going to go through my stack. These are some alternatives to some DeFi alternatives to governance. I do want to say though, before I move on, that governance, if you are looking for the most passive and least risky way to earn percentage on your Algorand, this is probably easily the best way to do it. The algo stays in your wallet. You don't have to commit it to any platforms. So it's not a bad way to earn some yield. Going on to Yieldy, and I actually am not in Yieldy. The last one I was in was this board pool, but I decided to move it out into other things. But Yieldy is like the first DeFi platform on Algorand. As far as I know, I was in it on day 1. There are staking pools where you can stake Yieldy for other coins, liquidity pools where you can do pairs, Yieldy pairs to earn a percentage, and distribution pools that don't involve the Yieldy token at all, which is probably a good thing. This thing has been dropping like crazy lately. Interesting enough, one of the things I was criticizing Yieldy for was having the ETH Yieldy price versus the Algo one. Now, so it was always higher than the actual algo price, but for some reason that's flipped when I checked earlier, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, with the distribution pool, you don't have to use Yieldy at all. You basically stake the coin to get more coin. Like I said, I was on board. Also, a thing to note, these percentages I'm pretty sure aren't accurate. I did the math on a couple of them, and they just didn't add up to those percentages, but they're still pretty good way to earn yield. You do have to commit it to the smart contract, and there is always a risk with that. Now, another one I've been doing is Algo Fund. This is now it's supposed to be for a launch pad. I have yet to see an actual project launch on it yet, but that's the idea. It's supposed to be a launch pad that you can invest safely into new projects in the ecosystem. But they also have staking pools. If you were early enough, you could get on this wrapped Algo Fund and earn some pretty high rewards. Otherwise, I've been in these, and they've actually added some recently. I am in the Algo Ocean Algo one, so I've been doing that. And what I do there is I claim the Algo Ocean, I go to Tinyman, make the pair, and then I go through and restake the new pair. So I've been adding to it. This thing was a lot higher. It's been going down, but it's still 73%, isn't nothing to sniff at. Let's see, I'm gonna skip Tinyman. I'm gonna say that for last, that's my favorite. I am also in, oh, I forgot this takes forever to load. I am also in Humble. This is a new one I'm in. Haven't been super impressed with it. I do like that. Okay, so I'm in the, here, I'm just gonna mark my farms only. I am in the Algorand Alchemon pool. And what's kind of cool is that you earn in both. These are the available rewards. This is how much I earned, and you earn in both of the coins. So I don't have like a super high amount in here, just to be clear. Basically, as I've been earning Alchemon on my Alchemon critters, my NFTs, and then basically I've been making a pair out of them when I earn. Plus, once in a while, I pull up the game and play, and you earn a little bit of Alchemon there. And then you stake it, and you can earn more. They have swap, pool, and farms. Oddly enough, this one says it was the fastest, but as far as I can tell, it seems to be one of the slowest ones out there. Now, one more I want to bring your attention before we go to Tinyman is Algo Steak. And what I like about Algo Steak, and I had some concerns at first. I have a video on all of these, by the way, if you want to check them out in my Algorand playlist. What's great about this is that these are not smart contract, which sounds bad, but that means the coins actually stay in your wallet, so they never have to leave your wallet. And I've been starting to appreciate that more and more, especially with the stuff that happened with Celsius and some of the other exchanges. Like there's zero risk because it's in my wallet. So the only thing that could happen is Algo State goes away and I stop earning. So if you wanted an alternative to staking, this is a pretty safe way to do it, and you can earn some pretty good yields. You know, here on my zone, I'm earning 55%, and then for the zone algo pair, I'm earning 40%. That's not bad. So I've been basically feeding this into that, the bottom one into the top one, and earning some rewards there. These aren't huge amounts, but you know, I should actually think about increasing this because this is a very safe way to do it. Again, the rewards, they stay in your wallet. So. And this is my deFi stack. I'm not going to talk about Lofty, but I do have videos on Lofty AI, how you can buy $50 tokens and actual real estate. That gives you ownership and actual real estate, and then you earn actual rental payments. And that's in cash, or you can take it in Algo. I think you can take it the distribution in a number of different ways. But a pretty good way to get into real estate, because I always wanted to get into real estate, but I don't want to deal with like fixing people's plumbing and stuff like that. I got enough of that in my own house. So it's a good way to do it. I'm not going to cover it in this video, but that's another thing you can do with your money. Not quite as passive though. Okay, and then I want to talk about Tinyman. Now you can contribute to pools. You can see that oops, sorry. Let me go to the actual page. I do have some of these pools. Some of these are in other things, so I'm not necessarily just earning on the pools. I'm going to show you this though. The percentages are really, really low. You know, you're talking about USDC algo is 9%, but they have a farm program we're going to talk about. That's what we're really getting at. You can see some of these percentages used to be really high, but they're all pretty low at this point. You know, Go Algo and Algo, you know, you can make like 8%. Not bad though. I mean, you don't really have, but then there's always it's not bad, but then there's the possibility of impermanent loss. And I just think there's better things to do. Now here's my favorite right now. And again, this is going to be different, is the farm. On Tinyman, you can earn like some pretty good percentages. So I've been earning in Algo. I'm going to go to manage to show you this one. So this is about 2 days worth. Let's see, does it show my amount? Yeah, about $137. And in 2 days, I earned almost 2 Algo, 1.7 Algo. Claiming rewards is super easy. Again, you can't see these. I'm just going to go through and do it right away. And you will see, let that go through. Sorry, this is Not the most exciting part of the video, but okay, that's it. It's through. Oh, it's still claiming actually. And you can see right away, it's reflected in my balance. And I have more of these. Actually, the best one for me so far, the USDC was one of the original. And I also have Opal Algo. And this one's listed as compensation. So I don't know if I got into this because I had lost a little bit in the original Tiny Man. I did receive some compensation besides that. So I don't know if this is accessible to everyone, but if you lost some money in it, I think you can get it. This is like 2.6 algo per day per 2 days, 2 days worth, and that's on $113 worth. And this one runs till the 30th. So it's only going to go to the 30th, but that's a nice little reward. So that has been my favorite. Now I do have to commit it to here. There is a possibility maybe I won't get it back, but just to let you know that is available. So I guess the point of all this is there are some options available depending on your tolerance for risk. You know, we talked about some of the good and the bad of each one. There are options outside of just simply participating in governments. Again, that and Algo Steak are probably your most risk-free versions because your money never leaves your wallet, and that's the best. I'm actually looking at, and I might do a video on this later in the week on how to convert your Bitcoin over to the Algorand ecosystem so you can hold it on your Algorand wallet, because frankly, starting not to trust the exchanges too much. Now, people have said all along, they've said it's not your keys, not your wallet. I'm starting to think even on Coinbase, there's some risks there, and I might want to mitigate that risk so I'm not losing all my stuff. Anyway, I'd love to hear if you guys want to put your DeFi stack in the comments. I would love to hear that. I think that's really interesting. Again, hit the like button to show it to more people. I'd appreciate that. And I want to hear from you. So leave your comments. What do you think? What am I doing wrong? What do you like best? You know, what's your stack? Leave it in the comments. Again, Frugal BC, stay safe out there, guys. We'll see you in the future.